Alrighty, so we're gonna try a little something out. I have not done this quite like this before. I've done like stop motion animation, but I've never actually done a live recording of me working. So I'm gonna try and do it to this song. Um, I'm always listening to music. Nina's one of my favorites, so we're gonna do it to Cinnamon because that's about 10 minutes and 20 seconds, and hopefully I don't take any longer than that to finish this piece that I want to do. Um, this was in my head, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. And you guys tell me what you think when I'm done. All right, turn that down just a smidgen. Right there, that's good. All right, let's see. Minimize that. I am going to. There's my trusty calendar and all the other crap on my desktop because I am highly disorganized. But that's why I married an organized woman, because she keeps a brother on track. Alright, so this is the image that I want to work with. Now, what I'm going to do is play around with it. Let me give you a little backdrop. I was at the Jackson Avenue Red Line stop. His brother was playing the guitar. Awesome guitar player. I wish I had more information about him to tell you, but I do not, because he has yet to return give me an email, to shoot me an email. I gave him my business card, but I really wanted to get some more of his music, but he was headed down to Tennessee, and he was just making a little money before he left. Of course, that could have been a story, but I ain't seen him since, so I assumed it was true, and he was definitely good. Alright, so what I'm going to do, this is a raw image. This is straight out of the camera, no adjustments. I'm showing you the original file, and then I'm going to do the alterations right in front of you. Working in camera raw, which is one of the ways I like to work, especially if I'm doing something. I'm playing around with a split tone black and white. Split tone black and white. What the hell is that? I don't know. Oh, well, Dave, a split tone black and white is, there's split toning. See me highlighting that over there? Split toning is when there are two different colors layered on top of the black and white image. It's an old school technique. It used to be done with chemicals in the dark room, but we're doing it on the computer with ones and zeros. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is tweak this picture just a little bit. I am going to up the exposure a hair. It's a little bit darker than I like. I am next going to kick up the clarity, and what that does is bring in a little more detail into the edges and sharpen things and crispen the image just a little bit. I'm also going to kick up the vibrance, although this will be a little confusing because I'm making it black and white. Why would I want to make it more vibrant? Because I have a little more color information to play with later. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to switch over to grayscale. Alright, grayscale, that's a basic run-of-the-mill grayscale black and white image, and it's alright. This is why I always say shoot in color and then move to black and white, because you can do some adjustments in different parts of the image based on the colors that are there. See, I'm sliding this orange slider back and forth, and you know, people are actually, there's a lot of orange in our skin. So I wanted to just lighten him up a little in comparison to his hair, get some contrast with the jacket. I'm going to kick up, the guitar was kind of yellowy, so I'm going to kick up the guitar, make that a little brighter. And I'm going to drop down some of the blues in the blue jeans. There we go. And let's see what we get with the reds. Not much different. Some of the red line signs in the back, maybe I'll get that right about there. Alright. Now, what do I want to do next? Okay, the next thing I want to do is a split tone. Alright, this is what we're going to do. Actually, let me hang on. I'm going to take a little noise out of this. Give me a second, because it's a little noise in the background. Let me just take a little noise out of there, and I'm going to sharpen it just a hair. Alright, you might not be able to see the differences in that, but I can see them. Trust me, it makes a difference. Alright, split toning. Now, I tend to go for, I like a yellow and blue, sort of a really warm yellow, around, and you looking at it like, what? It ain't doing nothing, Dave. Yes, it is. Alright, you just can't see it yet. Now I'm going to kick the saturation up. So The highlights are going to be, all the light parts of the pictures are going to be this yellowish color, right? It's a little bit lighter than sepia, but not quite, sepia. Now, the next is for the shadows. I like a bluish color, right? I'm going to go right around there. One of these days, I'll actually remember to save these settings so I don't have to keep doing this by hand. And I could just click a button and make it happen. But this is the fun part. Alright. So as Cinnamon plays in the background, I'm tweaking and twisting this image just a little bit. Alright. So I've got the color right about where I want it. Let me go back here to the beginning. I'm going to put this on a point curve, and I'm just going to tweak the curves just a little bit. No, that's too dark. There we go. Lift that up just a little bit. Those are dark parts of the image. These are light parts of the image. Alright, now last but not least, I'm going to kick the clarity up even a little more. Just get it real nice, and I'm going to up the contrast just a little bit more. And I'm going to lighten it just a, no, that's too much. Alright, you guys are getting to see me think, which is weird because I don't usually let people see me think. Most people think I don't think. Or maybe they do think I don't think I know. Alright, so I'm opening the image. This little watch is going to show me open the image. That last little weird gray thing that you saw there for a second, we're going to use that in a minute. But first I want to do some other stuff. Alright. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of this ugly little white spot. See that little ugly white spot right there? I don't like that white spot, so I'm going to get rid of it. Let's see what we got to do to get rid of it. There are a couple of different ways I could go about doing that. I'm simply just going to clone the area right next to it and get rid of it. Alright, so here we go. And away she goes. Perfect. Nice and gone. Alright, now I'm going to make a copy of the background, and I'm going to take that copy of the background and I'm going to switch it into overlay, which is a different blending mode. Way too intense, dude, that's kind of weird, right? It's not going to look like that. I'm just messing with you. Alright, now I'm going to use a filter that I like using definitely with people with character in their faces, the high pass filter. So I'm going to pick the high pass filter, and then this little scrubber lets me go back and forth to get kind of what I want going on and find the right spot. There we go. Alright. Now you're like, ain't that much different. See, soft, slightly more crisp and edgy, and I like that edgy. Alright, so now that other picture we were looking at, this is a texture. It's a picture of some concrete with a crack in it and some chips missing out of it. I'm going to drag that on top of my other picture, and watch this. The resolution is not the same size, but that's okay. I'm just going to stretch it. Normally I would like to work with them the same size, but for the purposes of this, I'm not going back and resizing all of that, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to transform it and make it a little larger. You said larger. Wait, that's smaller. Well, I'm just shrinking it so that I can work with it. Alright, so now we're going to make that a little bigger this way. Make that a little bigger this way. Make that a little bigger this way. There we go. Good right there. And boom. Excellent. I'm going to put that in there. Save that. I'm going to put these two together. Now I'm going to make this one soft light. Just adjust it just a little bit. Now let's make it a little bigger back again so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, now I'm loving it in the edges and the background, but I'm hating it on his face. It just makes him look rusty, and I don't want him to look rusty. So I'm going to make a layer mask. We're going to get rid of that rustiness. I'm going to change to my brush tool, and I'm going to get rid of that rustiness in his face that was not there before. We kick the opacity up a little more. Get rid of that. And there we go. Now we're getting back to that beautiful musician who was playing incredible music at the Jackson Stop. Alright, get a little bit of it out of his hair because it's looking kind of noisy in his hair. Alright, there we go. Excellent. And I'm going to take a little bit of it off of his hand. Good. There we go. Excellent. And I'm going to get some out of here, out of these dark spots, because it's just looking a little grainy and crappy looking. Alright, now what I'm going to do is just adjust the opacity a little bit to make it a little more subtle. And voila, I am fini.